Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're connecting from. You're welcome to today's live stream. If you can hear me loud and clear, please drop a comment. You can also see my screen very clearly. I would like to know. You're welcome, you're welcome. Start dropping your questions. If you have any question or any pairs you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. I would like to share my opinion on that pair you plan to trade today or you're currently trading. You want to get my opinion on that pair, please drop a comment. You are welcome. You're welcome. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please drop a comment if you can hear me. Confirm you can hear me loud and clear. You all are welcome. You're welcome. So let's start by looking at the calendar for today. Today is CPI day. CPI will be released by 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time, and that's the reason I'm avoiding USD pairs. That's the reason I'm avoiding USD pairs. Though my bias for the dollar is still bullish, I want to wait for the CPI data to be released before I will take a trade on USD pairs. I think I'll be considering trading USD pairs tomorrow. Let's see what we have tomorrow for the dollar. Okay, tomorrow is also we have a major news that will be released from the United States tomorrow, core PPI by 2:30 p.m. Okay, so the close of today's candle will determine if I'm going to buy dollar. If I'm going to buy dollar, the close of today's candle will determine if I would buy dollar. Okay, so that's it for the dollar. Let's see the chart for dollar. Let's see the chart for dollar. Okay, so as you can see, like I pointed out yesterday, that dollar is likely going to fill this fair value gap. It's likely going to come through this week. That's my expectation for the dollar this week. Okay, that's my expectation for the dollar this week. You can see yesterday candle, today's candle opened below the average price of yesterday candle. Okay, today's candle, let's get the average price. I think today's candle is 9.16 plus 98 points. That's 99.02. Okay, so you can see today's candle opened below the average price. It opened below the average price. So most likely the dollar might sell, might trace back maybe to come and fill this fair value gap. This gap here that has not been filled completely. You can see there was an attempt to fill this gap at this point, but it was not filled completely. So they might still want to come and retest this level, this zone. Okay, so I would love to see that play out before looking for buys on US dollar. Okay, so if today's candle closes bullish and tomorrow's candle open above the average price of today's candle, I would be buying the dollar. If after the close of today's candle, the opening price of tomorrow candle is above the average price, I would buy dollar tomorrow. I would buy dollar tomorrow. I hope that is clear. Mr. Lawal, thank you. Okay, so that's my take on the dollar. Let's see yen basket. You guys see JPY pairs. JPY pairs has been bullish since the market opened. JPY pairs has been bullish. Congratulations to those who bought GBP JPY. GBP JPY, CAD JPY. I caught the buy, that was last Friday. Made so much money buying those pairs last Friday, but right now I'm not bullish on them. I was expecting a strong reversal before going bullish on those pairs. Well, it's like they left me behind. They left me behind. There wasn't a strong pullback. So yen is still very bearish. I think I pointed out, yeah, okay, it has even crossed. Today, guys, it's coming to sweep this low. You can see it has swept this low. It has swept that liquidity residing at this low. Let's see the monthly. Okay, so it has swept that low. So it's still very bearish. Well, for me, I don't think it's the right time to sell yen. As far as I'm concerned, it's oversold right now, and anytime soon, it could change direction. So I will not trade JPY. I'm not going to sell JPY because as far as I'm concerned, it's over. But after sweeping this liquidity, we should expect price to reverse back. Remember, price moves from internal range to external range to internal range. So now we have this fair value gap here that has been created, and it has swept external range liquidity. As you can see, it has swept external liquidity. Price is expected to pull back to fill an internal range liquidity before it continues with the bearish move. So anytime soon, it could change its direction. So all I need to do is wait for a daily candle. For me to buy yen, I need to wait for a daily candle to close above its average price. If a daily candle closes above its daily price, average daily price, I would buy yen. I would buy yen. I hope that is clear. If you have any question, any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. If there's any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. So the trade I took today, generated by the expert advisor, it says Euro Aussie is bullish, and that's the reason for the trade I took on Euro Aussie, which is still in small profit. It's still in small profit, okay? So it gives me the signal to buy. So I took a buy. I think now I'm in profit of close to 15 or 20 pips profit on this trade. So that's the only trade I'm going to take today. Okay, I'm not trading USD pairs. This is the only pair I will be trading today. Okay, let's see GBP USD. What is GBP USD saying? GBP USD gave us a buy signal yesterday. GBP USD gave us a buy signal yesterday, and yesterday GBP USD was strongly, as you can see, GBP USD was strongly bullish yesterday. So if you didn't take the buy yesterday, don't buy now. If you didn't take the buy yesterday, don't buy now. Okay? Because GBP USD did over how many pips? Over 95 pips. So if you didn't buy yesterday, you cannot buy now. You have missed the move, just let it go. So I believe this pullback we are seeing in the market is to come and fill this fair value gap on a daily time frame. This gap has not been filled completely, so they might use CPI to fill this gap completely, then push price above this level a little before it starts selling. That is what I'm looking at for on GBP USD. So you can see we still have this fair value gap here. So it's most likely they might push the price up to fill this fair value gap. Okay. So they might come fill this gap before going bearish. There's a high probability they would come fill this gap. They will come fill this gap. So that's my expectation on GBP USD. So I'm waiting for a bearish signal. I'm waiting for a bearish signal. This bias needs to change to bearish before I would go bearish on GBP USD. If this does not change to bearish, I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to sell. So hopefully by the end of today, we would have a bearish signal. We would have a bearish signal. You cannot buy from the current market price. Though price might still get to this area, consider the risk reward on the trade. If you place buy from here, you are supposed to set your stop loss here. This is 84 pips, and your reward will be, you can see that the risk reward is very poor. You cannot be risking 80 something pips just to make 60 something pips. That's a very poor risk reward. That's a very poor risk reward. So I wouldn't advise that you buy from the current market price. Wait for the bias to change bullish because the higher time frame trend is bearish. The higher time frame trend is bearish. It is bearish. There was a shift in market structure. This is on a daily time frame, higher time frame. You can see there was a shift in market structure at this point. So do not trade against the higher time frame direction. You can see there was a shift in market structure, and after the shift in market structure on the higher time frame, we expect price to pull back to a premium area. That is what is playing out in the market right now. That is what is playing out in the market right now. Okay, so I'm patiently waiting for a bearish signal to sell GBP USD. Gold. Okay, we'll look at gold. Few minutes. We'll look at gold. Few minutes. Please give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done that. Give it a thumbs up. So let's see Euro USD. Euro USD also gave us a buy signal yesterday. Euro USD gave us a buy signal yesterday, and if you check the chart, you can see that you would see that Euro USD actually bought. I think it did over 60 something pips. Yeah, 68 pips. It's 68 pips. Okay, so I want to see Euro USD pull back to a premium area. I want to see Euro USD pull back to a premium area before going bearish. I'm sure this high, the high of yesterday, will be used as liquidity. I'm sure the high of yesterday will be used as liquidity today. So I want to ensure that this high is swept before I look for my setup, before I look for my bearish setup. So I'm going to patiently wait for my bias to change from bullish to bearish, okay, before taking a sell trade on Euro USD. Okay, the bias to change from bullish to bearish, okay, to change from bullish to bearish before I will take a sell trade on Euro USD. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Gold. Gold has been bullish. What is driving gold right now is fundamentals. Because of it is fundamentals that is driving at the moment. It is fundamentals that is driving gold at the moment. Let's see gold. Let's see. Yeah, open chart. New chart. The US economy is unstable right now. Their involvement in events that happen in other countries makes the US economy unstable at the moment. And for that reasons, most people will invest in gold. Okay, most would invest in gold. But let's see what's happening on gold right now. Okay, so we have the signal for buy here. We have signal for buy here, but price is currently at a premium area. Okay, price is currently at a premium area. Price is currently at a premium area. So at a premium area, you do not buy or sell. At the premium area, buy or you do not buy at premium area. You do not buy, you look for sell. So I believe gold is going to be bearish today. I believe gold will be bearish today, but I would wait for today's candle to close before looking for sell opportunity on gold. I would wait for today's candle to close bearish and ensure that the market opens below the average price of today's candle before going bearish on gold, and also ensure that the bias on this dashboard changes from bullish to bearish. You can see price is currently at a premium area. So we don't buy at premium, we sell at premium area. I hope that is clear. So you should look for sales on gold and not buy. Look for sales on gold and not buy. We've added a new feature to this expert advisor. Okay, so you can close all your trades just by clicking this button. If you open several trades, if you have multiple trades that are running, just by clicking this button, you can close all your trades. You can close all your trade. You also have the risk management button here. The risk management button, as you can see, it is on. If I execute a trade right now, this EA will set my stop loss and my take profit. It will set my stop loss and my take profit. And when I'm in profit, when I've made good profit, let's say about 70 to 80 pips, this EA would close 70% of whatever profit I've made. It will close 70% of whatever profit I've made and also adjust my stop loss to break even. So adjust my stop loss to break even after closing profits. Okay, so which other pair do you want me to analyze? Which other pair do you want me to analyze? Let me know. Which other pair do you want me to analyze? Which other pair do you want me to analyze? Let's see GJ. GJ is overbought. GJ is overbought. Don't buy GJ. Yeah, you can see the bias here is bullish. But this bias started from like last week. This bullish has been here for, it's been bullish for the past 6 or 7 days. Yeah, it's been bullish. So you cannot buy right now. You cannot buy right now because price is at overbought area. Don't buy GJ. GJ. Okay? Don't buy GJ right now. Don't buy GJ. I believe GJ is going to sell very soon. Yeah, I know GJ is going to sell very soon. So all we need to look out for is for the bias to change from bullish to bearish. Once this change to bearish, once the bias changes to bearish, you should sell. Once the bias changes to bearish, you should sell GJ. And that is what I'm waiting for. That is what I'm waiting for. For this bias to change, the daily bias to change from bullish to bearish. That is what I'm waiting for. I already made profits buying on GJ. I made so much profit buying GJ and I'm out of that trade. So I want to wait for the bias to change from bullish to bearish before selling. Australian dollar USD. Australian dollar USD is yesterday it gave us a signal to buy. Yesterday it gave us a signal to buy and it actually bought yesterday. Okay, it bought yesterday. It did close to 50 pips yesterday. It bought yesterday, and I feel that reversal, this reversal is to come and fill this fair value gap. This fair value gap. That's the reason for the reversal. Let's go to 4 hour. So I would love to see price pull back. Okay, we have this fair value gap here. which was filled. Okay, so this is where I will be looking for sales. This is where I'll be looking for sales on Australian dollar USD. This is where I'll be looking for sales on Australian dollar USD. So let's see if I decide to buy from this point, my stop loss is at this point. Let's see if the risk reward is worth it. So you can see this is like 1-to-1 risk reward. I don't take such risk. I don't take such trade. I don't take such trade. The risk reward has to be at least 1:1.5. So since the risk reward there is 1:1, this setup, this trade is not for me. Okay, there's a high probability they're coming to fill this gap. You know why? You know why they're going to come for this fair value gap? You see this candle. This was late hours of yesterday. We had what looks like a spinning top here, and most retail traders are selling Australian dollar USD right now. Most retail traders are selling Australian dollar USD, and their stop losses is residing at this high. So I'm very sure they will use CPI to sweep this high. I'm sure they're going to use CPI to sweep this high before going bearish. So there's a high probability they will come and fill this fair value gap before going bearish. So look for sell opportunity on Australian dollar USD. If you are buying Australian dollar USD, you are trading against the higher time frame trend. You are trading against the higher time frame trend. Okay, so I am patiently waiting for a bearish bias. I'm patiently waiting for a bearish bias on Australian dollar USD, Euro USD, and GBP USD. I hope that is clear, Mr. Joseph. I hope that is clear, Mr. Joseph. Any other question? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Let me know. Let me know. If you're interested in getting the expert advisor, send me a message on WhatsApp. For those of you that are my students, you're paying just $20 to access the EA for 2 months, $20. And like I said, that offer would close this week. That offer will close this week. For those of you that are not my students, you pay $30 to access the EA for 2 months. Okay? And the offer closes this week. The offer closes this week. So get it now while it's still affordable. It is still very cheap. Get it now. Okay? Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Mr. Caller, I got your message. I will respond to it after the class. I'll respond to it after the class. So please, for those of you who are using the expert advisor, those of you who have purchased the expert advisor, anything you don't understand, please feel free to ask in the WhatsApp group. Feel free to ask in the WhatsApp group. If you're seeing a signal and you are not sure, ask questions, please. Ask questions. If you are not sure, if you are kind of not convinced, just drop a message on WhatsApp. Drop a message on WhatsApp. I will attend to your questions. I will attend to your questions. Okay? I will attend to your questions. Any question? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? For those of you who are just joining, do you have any question? If you're here to give the video a thumbs up, please do. So let's look at other pairs. USD CHF. USD CHF. USD CHF is giving us a bearish signal. A bearish signal. It gave us a bearish signal yesterday, and it actually sold. It sold. Yeah, it sold yesterday, but not that much. This was yesterday candle. So it's so let's see the range from this high to this low. Oh, wow, that's about 60 something pips. Right. This is the something, 60 something pips. 60 something pips. But I believe it is still bullish. You can see it is still bullish, but price is likely going to come to a discount area before it continues with its bullish move. So we want to see price pull back. So once you see the bias change from bearish to bullish, you should buy. Okay, once the bias changes from bearish to bullish, buy. For those of you who have the software with you, just wait for this bias to change from bearish to bullish. Then you take the trade. Just take the trade. Once this bias, and that will be after the close of the daily candle. That will be after the close of today's candle. Once this changes to bullish, then you should buy. You should buy. BTC USD. BTC USD. Okay. BTC USD. I'll be using TradingView for that. BTC USD. So let's start with the. I've not checked BTC this month, so let's check the month. Let's start with the monthly. Okay. Let's start with the monthly. So we have this support here. Price pulled back to test this support. Okay. And then last month's candle closed as a spinning bottom. It closed as a spinning bottom, indicating the reversal. Let's see the weekly. Oh, for the past few weeks now, for the past few weeks, Bitcoin has been ranging for the past 4, 5, or 6 weeks now. It has been in a this massive drop. It went into a range, and as you can see, price is at a discount area. If we apply our Fibonacci from this swing low to this swing high, price is currently at a discount area. So though it's still bearish, I would love to see price pull back to a premium area before selling it. Okay, though it is still bearish, I would love to see price pull back to a premium area. So we have this fair value gap here. If I want to sell Bitcoin, I would love to see it pull back to this fair value gap. That is where I would consider, because you can see it has created buy side liquidity. It has created buy side liquidity, and it has created sell side liquidity. So if it's going to sell, it has to sweep buy side liquidity. Okay, if it's going to sell, it's going to first of all sweep the buy side liquidity, which is residing at this previous high. It's going to sweep this buy side before going bearish. And if it's going to buy, it has to sweep this sell side liquidity. It has to sweep this sell side liquidity before it goes bullish. So if I want to sell BTC USD, I'm going to sell from this zone. If I want to buy, I want to ensure that it sweeps this sell side liquidity before going bullish. That's my take on BTC USD. That's my take on BTC USD opposed to Algeria. Any other question? Any other question? In the next 3 minutes, I'll be taking your questions. If you have any, drop it in the comment section. So I'll be ending this session by 10:40. 10:40. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Oh. Also be reminded that the oral market reimbursement account is still available. The offer is still available. Okay, the offer is still available, and I will implore you to take advantage of it. Fund your trading account with $100. If you blow the $100, you receive $100 will be credited into your account, and you can trade with that $100 credit. You can trade with it, but and withdraw profits. But you cannot. You don't have access. You can't withdraw the $100 that will be credited into your account, but you can withdraw whatever profit you make on the $100. This is a great offer. This is a great opportunity you don't want to miss. Take advantage of it while it is still available. Take advantage of it. So it appears there are no questions. Okay, still have like 2 more minutes. Give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done that. Still have 2 more minutes. If you have any question, let me know. All right, there are no questions. I appreciate every one of you for your participation. I appreciate every one of you for your participation. Mr. Lawal, Chipuzo, Kelechi, appreciate you for your participation. Mr. Joseph, and Mr. Apostle Ajiri. I appreciate you for your participation, and I look forward to having you in tomorrow's session. Do have a wonderful day.